Yeah, QB in this bitch.
I'm tired.
You tired? We tired.
I'm tired.
You tired?
I'm tired.
We tired.
I'm tired of these haters all up in my face. I'm tired of pussy niggas trying to get up in my way.
I'm tired of all these punks frontin' like they really fuck. I'm tired of all these niggas who only trying to fuck.
I'm tired of these bill collectors calling my house. I'm tired of my girlfriend trying to put me out.
I'm tired of the DJs not playing my songs. I'm tired of the groupies who only want a bone.
I spit hot bars, what the fuck you talking about? If you ain't on my level, you can fucking walk it out. I'm tired of seeing the same old bitches every day. The same old what you doing later on today. You ever in the shot, I'ma take you where it's jumping. Cause when I come in town, all the girlies get the bumping. I'm tired of my ex playing on my cell phone, calling me restricted, only me alone. Got tired of older chicks telling me I couldn't bone. Now the boots knocking cause the stuff for a grown. Got tired of swagger jackets, so I switch my style. I keep them bad bitches like them girls gone wild. Don't talk to me crazy cause I'm not your child. Come and get correct though you get knocked the fuck out. I'm tired of goofy niggas trying to treat me like a dummy. They think it's all good till that shit ain't even funny.
I'm tired of all these punks running like they really fuck. I'm tired of all these niggas who only trying to fuck.
I'm tired of these haters all up in my face. I'm tired of pussy niggas trying to get up in my way.
I'm tired of the DJs not playing my songs. I'm tired of the groupies who only want a bone.
I'm tired of these bill collectors calling my house. I'm tired of my girlfriend trying to put me out.
I'm tired of all these hoes playing like I ain't known. And if I'm more hot shit, check my lyrical resume. I got the streets talking, trigger popping, bodies dropping like they bang them out south. Got them Looney Tunes ready just in case we luck up. On the come up, make a mistake, I might pop up, smack you up, then cuff your shit. It's QB, that Midwest dick. So you better watch what you saying, or we'll be spraying like butt spray. Niggas that be talking tough shit, I dare you in your face to pull me out. Now come on niggas, rep your set. Everybody know it ain't easy breezy in the windy city. So I suggest you come correct or get your ass dealt with. Punk niggas don't want none, I'm here for the long haul. What you thought on me? I was just gonna let you sell me out. You didn't think he was gonna sell me out. Just the thought of you got me tired. Bitch, quit that tripping playing with my time. That shit is
I'm
tired.
tired of these haters all up in my face. I'm tired of pussy niggas trying to get up in my way.
I'm tired of all these punks running like they really buck. I'm tired of all these niggas who only trying to fuck.
I'm tired of these bill collectors calling my house. I'm tired of my girlfriend trying to put me out.
I'm tired of the DJs not playing my song. I'm tired of the groupies who only want a bone.
You tired? I'm tired. You tired? You tired? You tired? I'm tired. You tired? You tired? Too tired. Tired of these pussy ass niggas, man.
QB of the Midwest. QB of the Midwest. QB of the Midwest. I'ma rock this rap shit out like a lullaby. Hot hoes having fits coming right out with me, nigga. I could take you to a spot G. No dime, blow dubs, yeah, they over here. What had happened? What has happened? Oh yes, it's me, QB, and I'm back again, Renegades. Oh yes, for a little light. Word on the street style. Okay. You two streets paparazzi. Okay. It's the podcast or lack thereof. Just a quickie assessment. What it do, Renegades? Happy weekend to you all, gang. Shout out to all the members. Oh, yes, I see you. Shout out to the official Renegades moderator Stephanie for always holding it down for us. Y'all know it gets no better than it's me, Stephanie. Oh yes. Shout out to all my LGBTQIA plus individuals in the building. Y'all girls know I ain't forgot about y'all. Giving the very much. Unique. Yes. That's what you are. And a big shout out to the replay gang. Now y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all like this video, please, and thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, girl. Okay? We just here for a little light quickie assessment. Yes, honey. The link is pinned. So if the girls want to hit the link, you're more than welcome to. Just be mindful and very demure about the talking over one another and the background noises. That's all I ask. Okay. Thank you, Kathy G. Thank you, boo. Love you too, love. I appreciate you, love. Thank you, boo. Yes, come through, mamas. So yeah, girl. That's what we doing tonight. Girl, let me dive right on in. Cause girl, I was over there a little piece. I had to catch bits and pieces and catch the end part, child. Of the new podcast that done hit the streets, girl. Okay. It's a new podcast. They say they partners in content. They partners in content. Now they told us that they was two bullies getting together. But it looked like two friends linking up to play checkers. Bitch, what? But girl, I'm gonna give my first thoughts on what I seen around there, girl. And it is what it is. Cause girl, I'm just like, what? Partners in content. Now the name is already biting off of Tyler Perry's. For better or worse. There's also another podcast on YouTube. Let me see. Y'all done got me started, bitch. Hold on. Let me pull it up for the girls. Cause you girls know we always provide receipts on anything we say. So let me go ahead and pull this up, girl. Hold on, girl. Hold on, girls. Just give me one moment. Give me one moment. Okay. Girl. These girls ain't even original enough. Don't have no. Girl, why is it already a podcast on YouTube by the name of For better or worse and worse? It don't matter if it say and or But girl, it's already a podcast. Two white chicks, okay, for better and worse podcast. Girl, look at this. Not only did she bite off for Tyler Perry, she done bit off these white women. We need to contact these white women and let them know that you over there with a bald mouth, look like a dope fiend, Papa Smurf, and y'all over there scheming and scamming and biting off their name. Is they name trademark? Maybe we need to contact, because you sure like to do a whole lot of calling. Girl, let's get into it. But yeah, so the girls can know, honey, they ain't original, not an original bone, not even in the title. Because look here, For Better or Worse podcast with these two white chicks, Jess and Rach. Okay, Jess and Rach. Y'all over there biting off of Jess and Rach. And Tyler Perry, all at the same damn time. Girl, not unique at all. Okay. I said, oh no, ma'am, messy boo son. So how y'all already got a podcast and somebody else done already had the name, got the images up. This all you see. This all you see, huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Jess and Rach for Better and Worse podcast. I say, messy boots. But let's get right on into it. So yeah, girl, that was already conflicting. That was already a red flag. Okay. Not only did you bite off of Tyler Perry's for Better or Worse, you done bit off of Jess and Rach as well. Okay. Points gone already. I hope you girls keep calculation, okay? Because I will be asking you girls later on in a poll, in chat poll, and it's just gonna be point blank to the period, no filters, no chaser. We just want to know flat out, the podcast. Give me one, hot or chop, no in between. That's all I want to know from the girls, okay? So get ready. Now, child, the name already, boop, girl, do better. It's a little bit, womp womp. Let's talk about the intro. The intro sounded very hellish and demonic. Why is the voiceover sounding like he grasping from the pits of hell? Okay, something is wrong with that. Why is it so much bass, tremble, all that old weird shit? What in the Dungeons and Dragons kind of motherfucking intro is that? Girl, don't nobody want to hear that shit repeatedly. Okay? Bitch, I was like, girl, what in the devil hell is going on here? I say, bitch, I'm not listening to this. And they just had to keep going on, repeat. I'm like, girl, turn that damn shit off. Something was off with that. Something was definitely off with the vocals on that intro. The vocals on that intro are disturbing, okay, to say the least. Very disturbing. The vocals on that intro are disturbing, okay? That shit was some other realm type shit that we're not here for. I'm like, who the fuck is that speaking? Okay? Girl, do better. You could have had Siri do it, bitch. Okay? You would have been better off with Siri, okay? Or Alexa. Because that there, that beastie, girl, I don't know, it was a Bigfoot. Girl, I didn't know who the fuck. I was like, bitch, no. Okay? Shut that shit down. Okay? Change that up. You need some more inviting. That wasn't inviting at all. Bitch, that was some shit you walk up in here when you walking up to somebody trick-or-treating house. Okay? Bitch got animatronics and shit over there doing Halloween animatronics doing her intros and shit. No, ma'am. Girl, say all of that shit for trick-or-treating, bitch. You got one more month, ho. Okay? Bitch, I was like, what in the Hallows Eve is this? No, ma'am. What in the pumpkin head shit is this, bitch? No. That intro is uninviting. It's disturbing. Yeah, and it's not working. Period. Moving right along. These are my first thoughts. Y'all. I'm just going with my first thoughts, honey, okay? This is a podcast, or lack thereof, a quickie assessment. Let's get into it. Girl, the veil was not working. You're nobody's bride, okay? Girl, give it up. That motherfucker looked like it was about to run away, okay? She had to keep tacking it in her head, had to keep holding it, because that motherfucker was trying to run away because it was in the wrong place, okay? That veil was misplaced on your motherfucking dome, okay? And that bitch was trying to run. No, ma'am. You could have did without the veil. The veil meant nothing. It added nothing to the ambiance. It gave us nothing. It was very much lackluster. The props were not propping, VS. That shit wasn't even a real veil, bitch. Okay? We know it's some of them hand-me-down ass antique curtains you had around there from the Goodwills, and you just toss that shit up on your head. Okay? Looking like one of them Mississippi Urshas walking around there. Girl, no ma'am. It was not giving, okay, bride or holy matrimony. Okay? Give it up. No ma'am. The prop fell flat. The veil wasn't even fluffy. It was flat. It was distressed looking. Girl, it was out of place. It added nothing. It was a fluke. The veil was a fluke. Okay? Fluke. Moving right on, moving right along. Girl, VS was around there saying, you can call me Mr. VS. Now, I thought you was supposed to have been the masculine energy over there, VS, during this whole partners in content situation. Okay? This unholy matrimony that y'all got going on around here. So why would you announce to all of us, to all the viewers, that they can call you Mr. VS? Shouldn't she be taking on your last name? What had happened? I'm confused. I said, well, he submitted very early on in the game. Okay, baby. That was a sign of submission right away. Okay, that's what it gave. Now, child, moving right along, right along. So, yeah, that definitely was alarming. Okay, I was like, what? Call you Mr. VS? Should she be calling herself Miss ZX? You couldn't even get her to do that? Moving right along, moving right along. Child, they had came out with some alleged tea. They still beating that Reed. Reed ain't even here, okay? Reed done disappeared, even though she shouldn't have ran. She should have stood in her shit, just like she stood in all her other conspiracy theories and mixed narratives. And she should have stood in the fire of this shit. But she went and ducked it. Reed done went to hibernate, okay? She's hibernating a couple of months before winter. She getting an early start, okay? She getting an early start. But the girls is still tapping, at her hibernation huts. So, girl, they came out and said allegedly that there's tea out on Reed that she may possibly have a glass eye. I said, well, girl, is that the best you got? Yeah, I mean, girl, she ain't got no teeth. Girl, she ain't got no hair follicles. So I'm pretty sure it was some other things missing as well, Miss Thing, girl. We're not surprised, okay? But, girl, we didn't see no receipts. We don't, girl, that's just some shit a bitch could have been throwing on her. So I'm not eating it. I'm not buying it until we get some type of receipts on back. Okay, a bitch will say you got anything and say something going on with you and all that old weird shit, bitch. And bitch Reed ain't never came out here and said she had no glass eye, bitch. Now, she told us that she lost her teeth due to nicotine, heavy nicotine use, which we knew was a damn lie. But, girl, she ain't never discussed nothing falling out of her sockets. So we're not eating that, VS. If that was supposed to have been the highlight of the tea, it fell very flat. Just like that flat ass veil you had across your dome. Moving right along, moving right along. ZX's volume was very low budget. Nigga, you need to get Beats, Mike, JBL, girl, Panasonic, or something, because that volume was not hitting. We could barely hear you, okay? It was like you was over there giving whispers in the dark, okay? No, ma'am. Get that volume in order. You sounded very low. We want to hear the motherfucker that we used to hearing, you dig? You hook up. We want to hear everything loud and clear. Your volume was very low budget. Y'all did not do a sound check. It's very evident y'all did not do a sound check. The production, I'm going to tell y'all now, the production quality of this here podcast is very underwhelming. Very underwhelming, okay? In a whole. The production was very, very underwhelming and low budget. Get it together. You should have did a sound check because that nigga was low, okay? Now, I don't know if he was scooted back, if he was scooted his ass back far enough just in case the motherfucking dentures fell out of his mouth. He could have did a quick retrieval without us getting a close-up shot. I don't know, but you should have been either a little bit closer or your mic or something turned the fuck up. Because, yeah, baby, ain't nobody got the time to strain to hear you while you speaking and spitting. Okay? Moving right along. The vowels was tired. Okay? Oh, bitch, we talking about it on tonight. Who mad? Girl. We talking about it on tonight. Uh-huh. Who mad?
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
Uh-huh. And thank you again, Kathy G. I appreciate you, love. Gang, gang. Yes, come through. Girl, the vowels. Y'all could have did without that shit, okay? First, you had that wretched ass intro that introduced everybody to everything that was wretched. Then you come with these wretched ass vowels. Girl, y'all could have did without that, okay? Because the only thing y'all said was the same shit y'all say all the time. Transparent. I really want somebody, if they go back and watch that replay, count how many times they said the fucking word transparent. Bitch. I was like, girl, shut the fuck up already. Okay? Give it all the way up. The vowels, just like the veil, added nothing. Lackluster, you could have did without it. That's all you heard. We're going to be transparent. We just going to tell it like it is. We're going to keep it real. Didn't you say this when you was advertising the show? Bitch, they was giving very much recycled. Very much recycled. To the point where I'm like, girl, how was you? And I know I'm speeding up a little bit, but I'm going to get back to the meat and potatoes. Girl, how was you at the end of the show talking about you going to be looking at critiques and videos so that you could come back on and do another show about the critique? Girl, where they do that at? Where do the girls come on critiquing the critiques from their show? Girl, you don't have no they didn't set up they ain't got no damn no episodes in line, Miss Thing Girl. They just grasping at straws. Okay, and we definitely finna get into all of that. They definitely grasping for straws. Y'all ain't even got y'all episodes set up. This was some just throw by night ass shit. No real thought put into it. The production, like I said, very lackluster. But girl, how is you telling the girls that you're going to be critiquing their critiques? No, girl, you don't get to do that. You need to be focused on the shows and the subjects at hand and the topics that you're supposed to be discussing to entertain us. You can't use our critiques to entertain your show, your podcast. Where the fuck they do that at?
You should have done that.
I'm like, girl, you got some fucking nerves. We're not eating that. You better compile some motherfucking shows together with ZX motherfucking ass. Don't bring your ass on here trying to critique nobody's assessments, thoughts, or opinions of the podcast y'all call yourselves presenting to the streets. You know how weak that looks? that you got to come on instead of focusing on topics and good discussions that's going to invite people in and keep them entertained. How does that look that you're going to be trying to siphon off of the girls giving critiques to use that as your storylines and narratives for the show? Where is the show? Where is the podcast? That's not what a podcast is, Miss Thing Girl. You done got in the wrong business and don't know what the fuck you doing. That shit sounded so fucking weak. I'm like, you're more concerned with the critiques than providing the actual content that you claim everybody finna eat off of? Girl, get the fuck up out of here. You really think you playing in somebody's face and we're not buying it? You do not get to do that. No, bitch. You better bring up some good hot topics. It better be hot topics. It better be scandalous tea. Exclusive. Cause girl, no. That's gonna fail immediately. The girl's not gonna want to tune in. Like, what the fuck? Like, where they do that at? I thought that was weak. Very weak. Very much recycled. Very much, yeah, whack. I was like, girl, no ma'am. Not you finna. You just did the first show and you already talking about biting off of the girls to make another show? She finna collect critiques for the second show. That's what you got a comment section for, bitch. The fuck? You look at that shit and you talk that over with the motherfucker you over there sitting on the motherfucking panel with, who you hosting the podcast with. You don't come on and discuss your grievances with us regarding our opinions of what you put out here. Where the fuck they do that at? Girl, you definitely need the motherfucking camera.
You should have done that.
Girl, weak, delayed, tired. Moving right along, child. So yeah, them vows round there we could have did without. As well as you talking about you finna critique the girls and use that as content for the next show. Bitch, no. You better pull something out of your ass. You better pull some from you better pull up another article, bitch. You better get to reading articles, ho. Oh, that sound like a bootleg, busted down Chun Kong. Miss Thing Girl, stop it. Let's get into the interview part, child. The article, per se. Girl, they done brought up this old ass tea on Queen Tulsa. Now, I ain't got no issue with Queen Tulsa. And I guess Queen Tulsa is she consider herself trans, so I'm not gonna disrespect her trans, you know, her transness. I'm not gonna disrespect her like that, child, because I guess Queen Tulsa do consider herself trans. Now that other one I was talking about, Dimples, we do know Dimples is a whole cross-dresser. Dimples ain't nobody woman or trans woman. Okay, now I'm sticking to that. Okay. But I guess Queen Tulsa do consider herself trans, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But they brought up that old ass tea. Girl, you know how many people have already seen that? We've already seen that. What was this 3-year, 14-year-old tea they try to call themselves pulling up on Queen Tulsa? Like, girl, that shit was tired. And then you call in the hotel. What? Them people didn't know nothing about that. Why would you think them people would know anything about a situation with Queen Tulsa almost 15 years ago? Bitch, they like, girl, no, we don't know nothing about that. And then you lie. You didn't give a woman your real name like you always claim you do when you calling people. Mm-hmm. You lied. You lied about your identity to get information from them folks. Uh-huh. You wasn't being honest with them. You was over there pillaging information dishonestly. You lied about your name, lied about your intent. But why would you, girl, that was a womp womp. A total womp womp. You could have did without that. It seemed like you was just grasping shit out of a hat and you thought something was gonna stick and it just fell flat. Like, what was you like, girl? Your first show and you doxing a hotel? Like, who the fuck does that? And Queen Tulsa ain't that important on these streets yet for the girls to be that intrigued on what the fuck she had going on at a fucking hotel 28 years ago. Girl, we didn't get no fuck. And plus, that article and the video been out. When you was doing your stint off of YouTube, girl, that was already circulating. We got that from Wiley. Wiley had all that tea on Toaster. Girl, very fell flat. I was like, This is pathetic. These are my first thoughts, y'all. Oh, yes. These are my first thoughts. I said, girl, this is pathetic. For one, Queen Tulsa ain't no fixture in the beef sector, black sector, whatever place y'all say y'all emerged to. For us to be that intrigued about you calling to see if she actually made a report on the person that she had the incident with. Like, who gives a fuck? And if they did, that shit probably got thrown out and dismissed by now. Like, girl, that tea was cold. Real cold, bitch. Couldn't even drink it. Couldn't even drink it. You wasted a good cup for nothing, bitch. I was just like, no, ma'am. Not drinking or eating that. Like, girl, Queen Toast. And then you spent all that time with technical difficulties and shit just to call a fucking hotel for no real information. Nothing unique or intriguing or something new to add to the story. Just to ask if a motherfucker had heard some shit when they probably wasn't even... The lady said she hadn't even been working there at that time. So you was asking the wrong people. Girl, that shit was so weak. I was just like, Fail. Then the ex-child. I say, girl, this is too much. For some unknown reason, because they was over there talking about trans and trans people, child. Girl, he ended up bringing up the woman, because she's actually a woman. The woman from the Olympics who was the boxer. And he tried to make a whole scenario where it's unsafe for a man who is now trans to be in boxing and fighting women and shit. Dude, you didn't even know what you're not even accurate on that. You didn't educate him, VS, before he came on your show. Y'all podcast with this misinformation. This woman is fully trans. I mean, not trans, my bad. She's not trans. She's a full woman. This a biological woman, honey. You was over there spilling false information. You was over there slandering this Olympian winner's name. They over there on their first podcast slandering the Olympian gold winner. Saying that this woman is trans when we already know she is not trans. Okay? You should have did your research, Miss Thing Girl. You should have did your research. He should have did his research. Because it's still up for grabs what's really, what really they done diagnosed her with. They say it may be a rare genetic condition where one has one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. So she may be dealing with something like that. But we don't know for sure. And she has definitely came out and said she is not transgender and does not identify as intersex. She has competed as a woman in boxing for years. But you try to slander and demean the transgender community and make it seem like this woman boxer was out there fighting women and didn't have the right to be doing it. That was some scandalous shit. I say, wow. I say, not educated at all. This is a woman. This is a woman right here. This ain't no man. This ain't nobody's trans. You slandered this woman. Made it seem like she was competing out of order. I said, oh no, ma'am, this is a mess. This is a mess here. Everybody got this see when they lied on her the first time. Yes, some people were looking at her features and things of that nature and was saying how she looked at masculine and woo-up-bam, and then how she had that woman crying when she knocked it the first time. That boxer that she fought against already knew the tea. They knew what they was battling up for. They knew what it was giving. That's why her ass took that one hit and she kept it moving. But you done lied on this woman on your first podcast to try to make fun and demean and degrade the transgender community. This was another way to try to degrade the community because they was already over there saying was Tulsa over there selling pussy and all this old stuff in the hotel. I said, ooh, no, ma'am. I think you need to educate yourself a little bit more before you get to talking on stuff you don't know nothing about. Makes you look very foolish. Very foolish. But yeah, that Olympian gold winner, Imani Kifi, and I know I probably pronounced her name fucked up or a little wrong or the last name messed up. She's a woman. She's not trans. So that dig you tried to get in on her, it fell flat, ZX. You did. Moving right along, child. He also sounded like a rambling grandpa. Okay, these are my first thoughts. This is what I wrote. It gave me very much rambling grandpa. Okay, there was a lot of rambling going on. I didn't understand the rambling. Okay. Then it was some shit about Queen of 1K. But child, I was sitting there and I was saying, where is the 1K? You talking about Queen of 1K, but where was the 1K? I'm confused. What was up with the outburst, congratulatory speech of 1K when there was not a 1K in sight? What had happened? Moving right along. ZX also gave me stage hen. Okay, I wrote that as one of my first thoughts. It was given stage hen, janitorial, like he was pulling strings in the back of the stage. Okay, it gave me very much stage hen. Okay. Then, girl, they started talking about the gay stuff and the religious stuff. If this was y'all podcast gonna be circulating around and based upon and like if that's what y'all gonna, girl, you might as well go ahead and throw the whole damn thing away. How many times have we heard these discussions about gay versus religion? We don't want no podcast that's supposed to be upcoming and cutting edge and unique, giving us the same old shit from yesteryears. No, thank you. Okay? We didn't need to hear about that. It gave me very much Bible study. I wasn't here for it. I say, bitch, why has this turned into a fucking Bible study lesson? It ain't nowhere near Sunday. Okay? Nowhere near Sunday. So I was quite confused as to why we had to hear a whole gay versus religion situation. Y'all girls always use that as y'all fall to card when you ain't got shit else to talk about. Seen right through it. Wasn't buying it, wasn't eating it. You could have saved that. You could have cut that out. You could have did without it. It was not what the people wanted to hear. No. We don't give no fucks. We don't, Girl, that go-to with the gay and religion, the bi and religion against all this other, girl, no ma'am. If the girls want to go to Bible study or read some scriptures, they'll pick up the King James Version, bitch. Or they'll go seek out a Jehovah's Witness. We don't want child Jehovah's Witnessing us on these streets. It gave very Jehovah's Witness. 2 Jehovah's Witnesses. And we don't want it. No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
I've never in my life yelled at a girl like this.
Don't want it. It also gave very much as if it was a bootleg version of an interview with ZX. I'm like, now how did this turn into a shouldn't y'all already know about each other? Like, girl, we don't have time to see y'all get to know one another. That's some shit y'all get together behind the scenes before y'all come on doing the podcast. We don't want to see and sit through 15, 20 minutes of you two getting to know one another. Bitches over there getting to know you, getting to know all about you. No. What the fuck? It was given a bad speed date. No, ma'am. How the fuck you doing some shit with a motherfucker, calling them your partner in content, and you still picking at this nigga brain to find out what his dislikes and his favorite color is? The fuck out of here. We don't need to know that nigga's favorite color or yours, or know what's your best, your favorite pastime hobby. What the fuck? It was given very much online dating. We were not here for that. It was given very much Christian mingle. Okay? With a badass veil. No, ma'am. Cut it out. You niggas need to get to know each other before you come on the podcast. You need to be getting to know your topics and what's going to entice and intrigue the people to tune in again. Because if this what we have in store for this said podcast is definitely a lack thereof. Ugh. I was just like, girl, they sitting there. What you like to eat? Check the box if you like me, yes or no. I'm like, what in the fuck is this high school twink shit? What the fuck? Bitches over there going steady. Bitch, we came to see a podcast. Not you bitches go on a premature date. No, ma'am. And it just seemed like it turned into a whole situation where it was like, girl, no. Save the interview for somebody who want to hear it. Okay. Girl, oof. ZX also confessed that his team false docs Jay Wilson when they had that information on Jay Wilson beating on women, being married, which we already knew. The real people from the beef sector already knew that it was giving all lies and fabrications on the shit that they were saying about Jay Wilson when they claimed they doxed him. We all knew the tea right away. But for the girls who ran with the story, he has now confessed that his team false docs my blog father, Jay Wilson. Okay? So Jay Wilson has been vindicated. Okay? He confessed. But we already knew that. But for the girls who was running with the lie, okay, girl, there go your confession. Now, did y'all think, because they got into a whole thing where they brought up Jay Dunn, and he got to talking about how fat Jay Dunn's ass is and how fat of a butt she got, and he was going into details on how he was sexually interact with Jay Dunn. I just want to know from the people, did y'all find out a little eerie? Did y'all press one in the chat for yes or two for no? Because I found that a little eerie. I thought it was very disturbing that he was still speaking on this well-known lesbian in a manner that he was. So openly and nonchalant about it. I thought that was like borderline sexual assault. Okay? Mm-hmm. The girl don't want men. She's made that perfectly clear. So why would you still be saying you will pull this? She ain't even got hair. She ain't got no braids. But you over there saying you gonna grab this woman's braids. You gonna stick your member in her. You gonna make her let off some steam. This is what she needs. Didn't they already tell you when you said that to her the first time that it was inappropriate? Why would you come on your first podcast and say that same shit again and add more to it? You didn't find that disturbing or triggering, VS? Because I found it quite disturbing that he went on for at least a good 2 to 3 minutes describing how he would sexually interact with someone that doesn't want any sexual interaction or interaction at all with their ass. She basically said she rebuked it. That's what Jay Dunn said. She rebuked what he was saying. So if she rebuking it, why would you allow that to go on? You should have stopped that nigga in his tracks like, nah, we're not finna go there. You can cut that, no. That was that was disturbing. He should not be describing how he's gonna forcefully engage in any sexual activities with anybody that's not willing. That shit is weird. We could have definitely did without that. He should not be on there describing having sex with a lesbian that don't want to have sex with him. Period, point blank. That shit is creepy as fuck. Okay? That was definitely out of fucking order. But you was the same one trying to come at creepy when he allowed ZX to say it the first time. But then you allow him to say it again after you had Jay Dunn over there with this whole women's empowerment about it being said to her in the first beginning. You know you want slimy son of a bitch, VS. You definitely are.
A nasty, vile gutter snipe. Right up out the hood.
I said, look at this shit here. Now, didn't she try to run to J Dunn's aid when all this shit originally popped off? And then you allow him to spit the same rhetoric on your first podcast? Was that y'all way of bullying folks? I hope that's not the form of bullying you was describing when you said, yeah, you got the two bullies together. I hope that's not the type of bullying we supposed to be in store for. Cause girl, that wasn't cute at all. You should have shut that down. It was definitely not a good look. Especially for you, ZX. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That totally tells us you ain't hit no skins in how long? If you done resorted to trying to force yourself on a lesbian that said, no thank you. Wow. Straight trash. Straight fucking trash. I couldn't believe it, but I could. I couldn't believe it, but I could. I say, wow. This was really going on? Nope. I don't like it. Yeah, could have did without that. That was definitely not a good look. Moving right along. So I want to know from you all, do you think he was out of order? Did you press 1, because I wasn't looking, my bad. Press 1 for yes or 2 for no if you think he was definitely out of order. And yeah, that was given very much, why is you addressing this lady like this? Whether you perceive her to be a woman, a stud, a male, he, she, whatever, the trans, whatever. You don't take it upon yourself to constantly say these sick and degrading and disturbing things to her. Like, that's just not cool. Let me put my 1 too. Because I thought that shit was, Yeah. That was definitely out. You was out of pocket for that. Definitely out of pocket. Wasn't a good look. I guess they call themselves addressing the people in the chat. Womp, womp. Womp, womp. Womp, womp. Where's the content? Where's the topics of discussion? It's a many of things y'all could have came on and talked about. But to be arguing with the trolls, so you just left it as an open chat so you can argue with the trolls? No, we did not.
Take that motherfucking shit out of my goddamn house right now. You gonna be in danger. Take that bullshit out of my house. No. I'm not gonna touch.
So not only are you going to try to make the critiques and criticism from the viewers content for the podcast, you're going to sit there and use the comments from the chat as topics of discussion for the podcast? Throw the whole idea away, okay? Just throw that motherfucker down a garbage disposal, bitch, okay? Throw the whole brainstorm away. Because, girl, that's not going to cut it. To see y'all arguing with the people in the chat, where is the content? Where is the tea? It gave none. That's a cop-out. Everybody know that's a filler. Anytime you get to dragging your chat and looking in the chat to drag people, that ain't nothing but a filler. You done ran out of shit to say. That ain't nothing new. And you're gonna do it on your podcast? Child. Z, I'm telling you right now, VS. ZX ain't gonna be able to cut it, honey, for what you trying to do. Okay? He adds nothing. Like, what are he gonna like you got somebody who absolutely can add nothing. No shit. What the fuck he know about? What is he gonna add that's gonna be juicy, unique, and entertaining? What? You picked the wrong guy. It ain't gonna work. Y'all might as well go ahead and file for an annulment. Okay? Just go ahead and file for them. Because this partners in content, it ain't gonna work. He ain't got nothing to really add. He was rambling the whole time. Only thing he could do is shuffle around shit backstage for you. He couldn't even get his audio together. What is he really gonna add? And you even said he can drop down and you can hold the show by yourself. You most certainly can. I'll give you that. So why the fuck did you team up with? Like, for what? You thought it was gonna make somebody mad? Because that's what you always say. It's gonna make the people mad. The people are gonna be mad. Girl, no. We mad you making a fool out of yourself. Because that shit looked so weak. I said, damn, now they finna turn to the chat and start dragging the people that's there. That's supporting them. You don't know if some of them people was there to support you for the first time. And you was already making them feel unwelcome? Who does that? When they launching something they want people to engage in. Girl, then they got to talking about clocking the trans girls. They was back on the trans girls. It was the trans girls was definitely a hot topic. Now, if y'all want to know about some trans girls, girl, that was the place to find out where they was at. Baby, I thought they was gonna do a show. Okay, I thought they was gonna do a show or a pageant the way they was hollering for the trans girls. I say, what's going on, Miss Thing Girl? What is the fascination? So they start talking about, can you clock a trans girl and clocking the trans girl's T? What? Was you trying to low-key find out if ZX had messed around with a trans girl unknowingly? Was you trying to see if ZX had got gooped once upon a time? Because where did that come from? I'm like, where do clocking the trans girls come from? I'm pretty sure neither one of you done got tricked by a trans girl and done been seeking out a trans person. So I didn't understand. Was you trying to catch him up to see if he was around there in Philadelphia in the rainbow areas, honey? And had, may have slipped up. Was you trying to get that man to come out the closet? Because as a straight man, what do he know about clocking a trans girl's teeth? Girl, this is a podcast, or lack thereof, a quickie assessment. Word on the street style, YouTube streets paparazzi certified. It's me, QB. Shout out to everybody in the building, gang gang. Oof. Then they went to the merge shit. Ooh, my boys. Black sector. And she over there proclaiming that ZX is beef sector. Girl, ZX ain't nobody's beef sector. Okay? Why was you... Oh, you are such a sellout, VS. It don't make no damn sense. You are such a fucking sellout. Ugh.
Excuse me. Let me tell you something.
ZX ain't nobody's motherfucking beef sector, VS. Did you not get the memo, Miss Thing Girl? Don't nobody care about who these girls have frequent on their platform, who they use up on these panels and shit, girl. We know who beef sector and we know who not. Let's not play those games, okay? Half of them people y'all talking about and half of them sectors that y'all talking about, we don't even see them people over here no more. So where is this merge still going on, and when did ZX become beef sector? Girl, you are the worst sellout known on these streets. You definitely ain't nobody's diva.
Who you talking to?
What you say? She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva.
I was like, was this just a show to proclaim ZX was getting christening? He was having a christening. You was over there giving ZX a bootleg scam sham christening. She was fake christening this motherfucker into the beef sector, and he fell for it. Child, bye. Girl, you need to cut it. That told me, girl, you are truly a sellout. Okay? I said, girl, it's not working for me. This whole thing, girl, they need to try it again. Try it again. Now, y'all claim y'all supposed to be coming back for part 2 tomorrow. I don't know what for. Because part 1 wasn't nothing to brag about. So what the fuck you gonna have for part 2? If that's the best you had for your introduction, what the fuck is part 2 gonna be about? And we don't want to hear no recordings. Girl, say that shit for your members, bitch. Okay? Say that shit for your members. Because we don't want to hear no fucking recordings. Now she want to play recordings. Girl, no. A podcast is you talking. You and the individual you on there with talking about something of substance. We don't want to hear no grainy, old ass fucking phone recordings. So if that's what you intend to serve up the girls tomorrow, you can keep those leftovers. We're not eating that. The girls are done with these leftovers you keep feeding us, VS. We can't do the leftovers of the Franks and beans no fucking more. Okay? No fucking more. This bitch thinks she gonna keep feeding us Franks and beans. And bitch, we're not eating that. Okay? We're not eating that. Girl, if I have to rely on you for substance and to maintain some type of nutrition, girl, my stomach gonna be in my back. I'm gonna be hemoglobic. I'm gonna be faint, bitch. I'm gonna have low blood sugar and all. We do not want to eat no more leftovers or no damn ramen noodles. We will not be eating the ramen noodles. that you call yourself serving up the girls, we don't want it. Damn. Can we get some meat? Can we get some real meat? Bitch over there serving us Vienna sausages and Spam. Talking about everybody can eat. We tired of eating Spam and Vienna sausages. Icon clink clink. We tired of it. We gonna need some real meat round here. We gonna need some meat on a bone. We ain't seen no bones round here in months. So you really not feeding the girl. So if part 2 is gonna be some more fucking potted meat, feed it to the dogs. Okay? Feed it to Pixie. We don't want it. I suggest you don't do a second show. I suggest you go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. Because recordings, not gonna cut it. That's what you usually do on the normal. You do that on a regular basis. How is you serving us something that's supposed to be new and improved, and it's the same shit you do on the regular? She round there trying to force feed us leftovers, and I'm just not fucking eating it. That's it. That's it. Child, they talked about some other stuff. I couldn't get into it. It's not hitting. It's not hitting like it should. Girl, do better. Bitch, no. Bitch over there trying to serve the girls King vitamins and shit. Bitch, no. We will not eat the government assistance foods that you got round there. We will not. Okay? We ain't doing no canned porks or none of that shit. We ain't doing no powder eggs, bitch. We ain't doing no powdered milk. I'm going to need you to give us the real thing or keep it, because this ain't cutting. Okay? Now, if anybody want to hit the link, you're more than welcome to. If you want to give your opinion of what you saw, and I'm finna put the poll up right now. Okay? I'm just asking the girls right off top, the podcast, give me one, hot or chop. There's the poll. It's right in the chat. Y'all girls vote now. Let us know. Let us know, as the word on the street, YouTube Streets Paparazzi, what the people think for the first episode of the podcast. Now, when she got some slack, she changed it from first episode to pilot. I said, no, ma'am. Now she trying to slightly and politely clean it up. Girl. Stick to what you said originally. It was your first episode. Don't try to change it into no pilot now that you're getting bad reviews and subpar reviews. She want to change it to a pilot. Bitch, you should have did the pilot on a practice live with that nigga by yourself. Okay? No, ma'am. I'll say not a pilot. Now she done check. Well, we did our pilot. I said not the pilot, bitch.
You stupid son of a bitch.
She said, we did our pilot, but we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have more tea. We're going to have more recordings. We're going to have more stuff. No, y'all got to do better than that. Thank you, Captain G. I'm truly entertained. Thank you, boo. Well, I'm glad you was entertained over here, because you damn sure wasn't going to get no entertainment from that podcast. Girl, that shit was whackity whack whack. That was not no partners in content, okay? That was partners of confusion, okay? That was partners of you could have kept it to yourself, okay? That's some shit you do for your kids when you playing with your kids or something. You could have saved that and played with the kids with that. Let's play podcast. Cause yeah, that And thank you, Captain G. I appreciate you, love. Gang, gang. And thank you, boo. Hold on, love. Let me pull you up, love. Yeah. That, no, ma'am. Gotta come better than that. We're not impressed. We're not impressed. The spectators and the onlookers are not impressed. Not impressed with your choice of co-hosts. Not impressed with the lack of y'all even knowing each other enough to sit on a panel together and discuss real topics. And y'all over abusive and overuse of the word transparent. We don't give a damn how transparent you is. How transparent and hot is the tea you supposed to be serving the girls. Because y'all wasn't serving us nothing but flop. Thank you, boo. Thank you, love. I appreciate you, love. I love when you come live. These bitches are boring. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. Thank you, love. You said, I love when you come live. These bitches are boring. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you, love. Gang, gang. Yes. Y'all know I got to come on and tell y'all girls what the real tea is, child. No filter, no chaser. The true word on the street, YouTube streets, paparazzi. That's how we serve it up for the people. For the people. And if this podcast is presented for the people, damn right. We're going to critique it. We're going to critique it. And we're going to scrutinize it. And our scrutiny shouldn't be your next subject or your next go-to for content as far as the podcast is concerned. Girl, that's weak and tired. You need to be doing some research. Bitch, grab an encyclopedia, a thesaurus, come up with some fresh news, something, bitch. Bitch, you better tell me some SeaWorld facts or something, bitch. Okay? Something. Because that shit y'all served up, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna amount to shit. So, yeah. Either do better or throw it away. But coming at the girls, talking about some, you gonna use the critiques as the next topic to this girl. Yeah, that's weak to me. That sounds very weak. You should just be taking and all that talking y'all did at the very end where y'all was discussing what y'all should do differently and we gonna get rid of the circle and we gonna get, that's all this type of stuff that you discuss behind the scenes. That's how I know y'all girls don't know nothing about production. Because those are kinks that you work out behind the scenes regarding your production and rehearsals and sound checks. You don't come on at the end of your show as a filler and because you done ran out of tight ass shit to talk about, you want to discuss what you should do differently and you need assistance with moving forward. Girl, that's something y'all supposed to discuss amongst yourselves. Y'all should have thought that shit in the brains. And telekinesis, that shit, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But that shouldn't have been a topic of discussion at the end, which you could have thought you could have did better. Like you were saving face from all the fucked up shit that was the show. You tried to clean up the show after the show. Like, who the fuck does that? You shouldn't do things like this if you're so worried about what people gonna say about it. You're more concerned with what people gonna say and what they gonna think than you're concerned with providing the actual entertainment and the fucking content, the real content. That's all I seen. It was a no for me. It was definitely a chop for me. If this is what the girls got to look forward to, just go ahead and scrap it now. Save yourself the time and drama, because you pretty much wasted the girls' time. Here's another situation where it was overhyped and underdelivered. You didn't learn nothing from Ness's Vegas situation? Bitch, you were there. Like, I'm confused. You didn't learn from the last overhyped and underdelivered situation? You were fucking there. You was running from every motherfucking thing, but you were there. So why would you overhype this shit only to underdeliver and underwhelm us? Child, I think I'm done. Oof, I'm done. I'm done, girl. Anybody want to hit the link? If you do, you do. Hit the. Y'all got a little bit of time. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes if anybody want to hit the link. Child, go back to the drawing board, honey. Go back to the drawing board. Get rid of that co-host. Find some interesting time. It's so much shit you could talk about. You could have came on and talked about the whole thing with Shannon Sharp and having sex on the damn live. That would have been more interesting than some Queen Tulsa in a hotel room 35 years ago. The fuck? They got some more girls from Danity Kane that done came out saying stuff about Diddy. You could have talked about that. You could have even talked about the damn cats and dogs that's being ate in Springfield. Per what Trump's saying. It's a many of fucking things you could have discussed and really had some fun with, and you gave us a glass eye, an old ass hotel story, and some scraps from off the beef sector streets. Girl, you and ZX, y'all tried that. We not eating that. We not eating that.
You should have done that.
Child, let me speak on this right quick, and then I'm finna get on up out of here, renegades. And I appreciate y'all time, love. This wasn't nothing but a little quickie assessment, hun. And yes, if they do come on tomorrow, we're gonna give an assessment of that as well. So, girl, you best tread lightly. You best tread lightly. You should have had on a black veil. It would have been more unique. Child, they spoke briefly on Rick and Rodney, child. Girl, I guess Rodney was over there responding to what King Roman commentary about the situation they had over here. And he kept just saying, I don't want that. If you gonna have some, if that ain't you pulling up, I don't want that. I don't want that. And I'm thinking to myself, Rodney, do you want the boy in the pic? It was Rodney, it was given, I want the boy in the pic. Cause you kept saying, well, he say that wasn't him in the car. I didn't want nothing like that. I wanted him to, so he could let me know, and then I can arrive wherever they gonna be at. And if I need to walk down the block, I'll walk down the block. And yeah, I don't want that. I want you. I say, what? I want you to show up. You gotta be. I'm like, oh. So he want the boy in the pic. Do tell, Rodney. Do tell. I say, not the boy in the pic. So Rodney say, if you gonna threaten him with a good time, he wants you to make good on it yourself. Rodney say, don't promise him a good time and don't plan to make good on it yourself. It was given very much, I want the boy in the pic. Now, that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say nothing else. Girl, I'm going to get my ass up out of here. I appreciate y'all renegades for stopping by for this little quickie assessment, honey. Girl, we still got to do some tracking. So bear with me on the tracking. We got to keep up with this podcast as the people, okay? So, yeah, girl, don't fret. We will be doing some tracking, okay? We will be doing our tracking. So, yeah, honey. Other than that, thank you all for being here with me. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Shout out to anybody who may have donated, whether it was a cash app or a super chat. I appreciate you tremendously. You all be blessed. Have a good night. And like I always tell the girls, if you ain't cute, keep it cute, okay? If you ain't cute, keep it cute. You all be blessed, renegades, and I'll holla back. Gang, gang.
You tired, you tired, you tired, you tired, you tired, I'm tired, you tired, you tired, you tired, too tired. Tired of these pussy ass niggas, man.
Hold on. Before y'all go, the poll. I almost forget. Let me ooh, child, this poll messy as hell. Let's end the poll. Did y'all vote? I'm finna end the poll now. The poll has ended. And so far, the girls say the podcast, give me one. 91% say it's a chop. Oof. Chop. Good night, y'all. I'll holla back. Gang, gang.